It doesn't matter if you're 18, 20, 21, 25, 30 years old, or even 50 years old. If you don't come from a rich family, then no one is coming to save you. People don't understand this, and instead they rely on the government for help. Understand that the government is not going to save you. They don't care about you, no matter who you vote, no matter who your leader is. They don't give two shits about you. They alone will not save you from poverty, and this is a harsh reality that many people need to accept. Not even your mother, not even your family, not even your friends are coming to save you at the end of the day. You need to get out of whatever situation you're currently in, whether it be an addiction, unhealthy lifestyle, or even poverty. Only you can make the change, and only you can get yourself out of a shit situation. Many of you guys are relying for help, but the reality is there isn't any. So in the last couple of weeks, I've been spending a lot of time with the elders, trying to get some kind of wisdom from them, trying to soak in their knowledge, the 50 years they have upon me. And, some advice is good, some advice is bad. Whatever the advice is, I take it in and I analyze it to see whether if it's good or bad, and if it's aligned with my lifestyle and my goals. Now, of course, you should do the same wherever situation you're in. Always learn from your elders, they'll teach you a lot. But many of these guys come from lower class to a middle class household, right? So their perception of things and where they are in life is not where I want to be, and I'm pretty sure they're not where you want to be in life. And from these guys, I've noticed a common theme amongst the boomers, amongst the elders, and I'm going to share it with you here in today's video. Now, a common theme I've noticed amongst them is that they're all relying on the government to help them with a comfortable lifestyle. They're all relying on an external force to help them get out of whatever situation they're in, and they need someone to blame. And I've seen this a lot with the boomer generation. I've seen it a lot with the elders, not so much Gen Z, not so much millennials, but it's more so the elder generations, where back in the 70s and the 80s and 90s, times were easier. You can get a house over a year's wage. That's literally about it. So it was easy back then. Now, of course, everything is difficult. But in general, in today's economy, especially when things are pretty shit, they're all trying to gain help from the government or external forces. But what you need to understand is the system is designed to keep you poor. It's designed to keep you at the bottom. And the people in power have designed it in a way where you cannot reach the top. They don't want you to become wealthy. Yet, whenever I go around to these uncles, these households, they sit around a table and they just complain, talk about politics, talk about how everything's just wrong, how everything is not the way it should be, how things are really hard for them. They don't have the right benefits, they don't have the right resources or whatever, right? But this kind of pisses me off because they're all relying on someone else. They're all waiting for someone to save them. And the reality of life is no one is coming to save you, right? If you do not come from an upper class, if you don't have parents who are in higher power and higher society, no one's going to come save you. No one really cares about you. And this is the harsh truth of the world. It's up to you to get out of whatever situation you're in, right? Especially if you're in poverty, it's up to you to get out of that poverty. It's up to you to make more money. It's up to you to learn the skills. It's up to you to find ways to get you out of the situation that you're in. The reality is, if you're from middle class to lower class, we're shit munchers, okay? It's just how it is, right? This is society's always been like this since the dawn of time. Things, of course, are much more easier, but the economy is pretty shit right now, and it's up to you to go save your parents. It's up to you to save yourself. It's up to you to save your family. No one's going to do it for you. So one thing I've learned from these elders is just stop complaining. Just focus on you. Focus on your goals. Focus on getting out of the situation. And at the end of the day, stop relying on people to save you from your current circumstances. Work towards a life where you don't have to rely on anyone, where you have all the resources at your hand to get you out of whatever situation that you are in. And to not rely on the government is so powerful. That makes you a threat to everyone, and especially the government. It's up to you to have the right network and the right resources. And when you have all these things, that's true freedom. And I think that's what everyone should be working towards, not having to rely on anyone, because it's so powerful and it makes you free. And you don't have to worry about the economy going down, people changing in power, the whole country going to shit, as you see in the UK. Not having to care about all these situations is so powerful. So you're probably asking me, how do I be in that position where I don't have to rely on anyone? Truth is, I don't know, okay? I'm still young. I'm not going to give you all the answers. This is just my thoughts. But this is something we should all work towards, in my opinion. And it's one of the reasons why I'm starting this community where we can network amongst entrepreneurs, where we don't have to rely on anyone else, especially not the government. And instead we can rely on our networks and rely on our own individual resources. So honestly, I implore you to go to any household, all your uncles, let them sit together and just literally shut the fuck up and just listen to their conversation. You'll see the flaws in all of their generations. You understand the things that you shouldn't do, so you don't end up like them, and you should learn from their experiences at the same time, right? I think it's very important to learn from your elders. A lot of people don't do this. Not sure why. I'll be honest, some of the older lot are quite boring, but they teach you a lot about life and wisdom and not what to do. So I'm going to end it here, but just to bear in mind, no one is coming to save you. Plan a life, plan the goals where you don't have to rely on anyone, and understand that it's only you that can get out of whatever situation that you're in.